So, welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaigns and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we are playing as Kugoth Plaguefather, the Fetid Brewmaster, setting out to spread across the world not for the sake of conquering it, but in search of the perfect plague. For some reason, humans and dwarves and lizards and everyone else don't seem to want to embrace Grandfather Nurgle's toxic love and are fighting back, which is an annoyance to Kugoth and will just have to use more forceful methods, like destroying their armies, conquering their cities, and spreading our corruption to every province we can reach. Okay, so a real quick strategic recap here, or status update. We have the Dragon Isles, we have Scrap Towers, we have Greasus here to our west, we have Gorst here to our east, we have a little bit more of Gorst here to our north, and then Greasus right beyond him. So I have decided, because I'm concerned about trying to get this campaign done before the next DLC drops from CA. So I've decided to kind of focus a little bit more on this campaign as opposed to the Thorek and the Kazrak campaigns. I think what I may do is try to do 2 of these episodes each time I do one of the others, or something roughly along those lines. It'll kind of have to be a little bit flexible, I think, but I do want to try to expedite this because the last thing I want to have happen is for us to not be able to finish this campaign. So, now, having said that, in terms of our immediate priorities here, we have Scrap Towers. I feel pretty good about Scrap Towers. He's going to be able to supplement even a small army, I think, to defend this, so we can go back on the offensive now, I think. I was concerned before about moving too close to Pigbarter and attacking Thorg, but he's kind of getting on my nerves. So I think I actually will probably go ahead and attack him this turn. However, what I'd like to do, if at all possible, you see, the most direct route means going... I'm going to do this. I'm going to start moving towards him. I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to take Oedipus here, because I want Oedipus to be in my army for more than one reason. One of them being this, a hero becomes a legend. So by him getting another victory under his belt, presuming we win that, and I think we will, presuming we win that, then he'll be closer to the finishing that objective. I want to make sure, however, that we are not going to shoot ourselves in the toe with respect to having enough movement. So if I'm right around, I'm at 70% right now, okay. If Oedipus moves in here and joins us, I'm pretty sure that will be enough, okay. But I can actually now see what he has here in Pigbarter. I can't see how far they can move, unfortunately. This is my concern. But I doubt if they can move all the way up to there. I think he's a little bit further away than he was last turn. And he probably wasn't close enough last turn either, but... Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's move Oedipus into the army. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get Festergax into the army, but it is what it is. And okay, good. We can still reach here. Now we're a little bit exposed out here. One thing I do not like is the fact that the vampiric corruption here in this province, in our own region even, is so high that we suffer attrition just from being in it. So we have to win this fight and then probably immediately skedaddle back towards Scrap Towers. Now we're not going to make it the whole way there, but we just don't want to be vulnerable over the end turn. So let's go ahead and do this. Good way to start an episode. Pyrrhic victory, so if we were to auto-resolve it, we could do so without losing any units, but of course we would lose a fair amount of casualties, and we may lose a fair amount of casualties anyway, even just fighting it, but let's see how it goes. A couple more levels under Nurgle's belt, and I think we'll be getting close to the point where we can give our Nurglings regeneration. And once we have that, I'm going to feel a lot better about his army being an actually pretty decent mid-game type of an army. Definitely still not an end-game army. As long as we've got Nurglings, it's pretty far from being an end-game army. But with Nurglings that have a little bit of in the way of buffs and have regeneration, that's pretty decent for and of course Kugath himself being in it, that's pretty decent for a starting army. Okay, let's get everybody, let's get Kugath himself. You know, he can hit from here. I guess maybe there's no reason. How many, I should have looked at this before, how many ranged, if any, units do they have? Okay, they don't have any that I saw, so actually I think what we're going to do, let's pull back here. Let's fight on the hills. Now they're going to have the little bit of advantage here. Let's go ahead and move up here. No reason not to go ahead and take the high ground. Okay, it's over, Anakin. I've got the high ground, and we'll just keep everybody here. Let's keep our toads hidden. We'll bring them in later on in the fight. Everybody else is fine. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's have Kugath move to here. Let's go ahead and get our exalted hero over here. Let's get our plague-ridden in the middle. Let's get you guys, of course. I should have moved you first. Let's get you in there. And the beastie, we're going to have you a little bit in the rear where you can pull back and then swing around and hit pretty much anybody you want. Okay, so Kugath, you should be firing at them for now. Who is this? These are Saber-Tusk Pack. Okay, let's go ahead and get Kugath here right in front. Alright, I wonder if I probably should have taken him off of his steed, but we might want the speed. Okay, and we do have... No, we don't yet have Blight Boil. Which is too bad, because Blight Boil is the best. Okay. Let's go ahead and run in there. Let's see if we can possibly do a necrotic explosion at all effectively. At the very least, maybe he's drawing some magic away from their caster. That's good. I'll take that. Okay, let's do this. Let's blow ourselves up, and we did absolutely almost nothing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get a stream of corruption going here. Not quite yet. I want them to be a little bit more massed together. What do we think here? Let's go ahead and do that. Now, did it reach those guys? It did not reach those ogre bulls. Okay, that's an important lesson for me to learn. The Stream of Corruption does not go quite as far as I was thinking it did. Okay, do we want to do anything other than Streams of Corruption? We could do a reduction to his charge bonus here, particularly because our beast here is a little bit vulnerable. Let's go ahead and lock onto them, and let's get our Plague Toads out here and hit these guys. And let's go ahead and do a little bit more of the Stream of Corruption here. I think maybe you guys are pulling out. What about here? I'm going to hit my Nurglings a little bit, but that's fine.
My experiment succeeds.
Okay, how are we looking here? Let's go ahead and just... I don't want to explode them because they'll probably do more damage to our own troops. Okay, how are the Plague Toads doing here? I did not see them. Let's go ahead and get... Now, our Beast of Nurgle's fine. Let's go ahead and get... No, never mind, I don't want to do that. I'm assuming my Plague Toads can win that fight. If they can't win that fight, then they're not really worth much of anything, are they? Okay, how are we looking over here? Let's get his I'm not even going to throw a heal on my Plague Toads. Just a minute. Oh, never mind. Boy, I'm glad I paid a modicum of attention to them, because they got some Ogre Bulls on them now, and that's no good. Take out his Lord there. Let's get... I think my Beast can handle all of their Saber Tusk units, quite frankly, all by himself. I'm going to hit some of my own Nurglings there. That was a little unfortunate, but not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and summon the last of those. Let's see if we can actually get our Plague Toads to do what I want them to do. This is the number one problem, as far as I'm concerned, with Warhammer 3. Your units just get stuck. They don't follow your orders. They don't attack when you want them to. They don't pull out. They get stuck in the middle of enemy groupings and can't extricate themselves. Rather frustrating. But it's not enough to make me quit playing the game, obviously. Okay. I think I lost... Not sure if I lost a summoned group of Nurglings, or did I actually lose... No, I don't think I lost any of my regular Nurglings. Okay. Have I not taken out his Lord yet? I don't see him, so maybe I did and just missed the message. Okay. Let's go ahead and get more and more Streams of Corruption going off now from both of our casters. Okay, the Beast of Nurgle actually looks like he needs a little bit of help. He's now got not just the Saber Tusks, but also the Ogres as well. You get in there. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a scrum now, where we have all of our Nurglings together and our Plague Bearers together, and he's actually kind of getting a little dinged up here, so we need to get him some more help. Let's reduce the melee attack of those Saber Tusks. How are my Plague Toads doing? Still bogged down, of course. Their speed is 65. His speed is 46. There we go. He finally... Nope. Still not really away. Alright. Meanwhile, our beast, he's fine. He's back to healing up. That's what we want. Let's get everybody except our plague toads now here. The reason I do this is because of the leadership buff and the various other buffs that my lords and heroes provide within just the vicinity of themselves. And those buffs are really very important for Nurglings. Okay, let's get everybody onto... Those guys are all broken. Let's get everybody onto them. How are we looking down here? Yay, finally we broke free. Okay, these guys are actually pretty dinged up here. Everybody on them. I don't want you guys getting separated. Alright, I probably could start to speed things up a little bit now. Let's get everybody concentrating on them now. Including you, you're fine. Okay, how are we looking? I'm going to take him off of fire at will. He's probably hurting his own troops at this point. I think they're going to break here soon. Yep, there we go. And we did kill his lord, right? We did. Okay, so for being such a scuffy fight, we really didn't take very much in the way of losses, and this is even before we have regeneration. Regeneration will help a lot. We'll start losing even fewer Nurglings at that point. Alright, 2,000 gold, I won't say, or favor, I won't say no to that. And for that matter, would I rather have 51 infections or some total favor? I think I'm going to take the additional favor. Money is really at a premium for us right now. Now here's the problem. We have a decision to make. Do we chase this army down? We will definitely suffer attrition at the end of the turn. Oh, never mind. We have no option to chase the army down because we are at the limit of our movement without going into march. Okay, so we're very attackable right here, in addition to suffering attrition. But I don't think that army, even with the new lord, I don't think they would attack us, but maybe they will. Who knows? If they do, what we'll do is we'll reinforce. What did we gain here from an equipment standpoint? Spell resistance and another potion of healing. Okay. Those things are good. Let's go ahead and... Rotting Ways. Yeah, that's... We'll take it eventually for thematic reasons, but we're not here. This is pestilent abundance is what we want. And that's not until level 12. So we will take Rotting Ways eventually, but it's not a priority. I think what we're going to do in the meantime, we need to keep buffing up our Nurgling units. Some physical resistance, that's really good. I'm surprised I didn't take that already. Okay, so we're going to move him to within reinforcing range. Yes, okay. He's not in reinforcing range of the settlement, but I really cannot imagine any way that settlement could get attacked this end turn, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and get Vestergax back into this army. Don't want him to keep missing fights because we like it when these exalted heroes get More levels. Okay, so let's go ahead and assign the magic items that we got. We will give... So Grog here, he's already got one of the potions of healing. Let's go ahead and give Mintash here the other one. And from a spell resistance, how about Adipus? 10%, 10%. Why is this one rare at 10%? And this one is a common at 10%. That doesn't make any sense at all to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give Grog here this one. And what did we gain? We gained Poisoner. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and give Adipus his level. I definitely want Bloated Carcass as soon as we are done with our spell line, but right now Blight Boil is the priority. Okay, nothing to do there. We do have something to do down here, however. We're going to go ahead and get this in anticipation of building basic military buildings. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, why don't I just go ahead and build one of the military buildings? And that's a great question, but I'm going to do this because I don't like spending every little bit of money that we have on just that. I like having a little bit in reserves here, and actually we may want to consider do I want to summon in any more demons? I wouldn't really mind having another unit of Plague Toads, so that because 2 would be a little bit more effective as flankers than just the 1, but since I'm doing absolutely nothing to actually buff Plague Toads, I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, I guess obviously we'll do some researching here. This is pretty good in only 2 turns. This is pretty decent. Only 2 turns. I think that will be okay for a little bit later in the game. I think we're just going to go with Curse of the Slug for now. And follow that up then with probably Speckled Hides.
An aid to the plague.
Okay, and hero not move. Oh yes, I forgot. We have a cultist. Let's get our cultist up there. That'll be nice. Start getting some levels under his belt as well.
Most satisfactory outcome.
Now before I hit end turn, we are 2 turns away from being able to buy another building here. We are only 1 turn away. See, this is why I saved some money. We want to be able to level up one of these guys as soon as we can. Probably Shattered Stone Bay, but I haven't decided for sure yet. And maybe we'll get a little bit of money over the end turn that will allow us to be able to afford the 4,000. Really quickly, let's just check diplomacy. Yeah, okay. And the question came up about why I even pay attention to the relative strength rankings. It's probably as much habit as anything else, but it is useful to look at our green relative to their red, and we can see that they're both currently stronger than us, which really doesn't mean a whole lot, but it does mean that I want to be a little bit cautious about moving openly into vulnerable areas. And do I want to do any more? I have 144. Now I'm going to save it for next turn with the plagues and do a little bit of spreading, I think. So let's go ahead and hit end turn here. He's not attacking us. He's going to raid. Oh, he didn't even raid. I wonder if he'll build a camp. If he does, we'll just wipe it out. Okay, and Gorst is continuing to not be particularly aggressive now. Probably only a matter of time before one of the other AI factions declares war on us. Okay, what do we want to do here? Okay, so we had a momentary glitch there with our AMD, which I also use for recording, so I ended up not being able to capture the decision that I made there, but it's not a big deal. I went ahead and decided to take the new, where is he here? Mintash, no, not that. Hero recruited here, Septid. So we ended up getting ourselves another plague-ridden. He's one of death, which is fine. I prefer Nurgle, but I can deal with death. And he's a fairly well, I don't want to say useless, but it's not one of my preferred traits, but that's just kind of par for the course. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal, and we'll go ahead and get him moving up now towards where the action is. I should have done an experiment to see if it was faster to go over the water. It probably was, but not that big of a deal, I don't think. So we got a little bit of a population surplus. We got a war declared, interestingly enough, here from Cathay, between Cathay and the Lizargs. And anything else particularly important happen over that end turn? Just another rank for one of our exalted heroes, which is always welcome. We're going to go ahead and get Kugath back into the settlement in order to get his replenishment going again. And I'm going to go ahead and... how do I want to do this exactly? I want to move him adjacent. I'm actually going to cancel this for now. I'm going to try to make sure that I can actually spread the plague between our armies effectively this time. So now he's infected, Kugath is infected. We're going to initiate the transfer from Kugath. We're going to give him, let's go ahead and give him Festergax. Grog did receive the plague. Okay, so that's what we want. And now we don't want to abuse this, so we're just going to have Festergax move out on his own back into Kugath's army. Okay, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to use smart strategy here, spreading our plague, but we don't want to use any exploits. Okay, so we got one more rank here. I think we'll be able to do Toxic Trooper next. Yes, next level, so that'll be good. We'll go ahead and take the last tier of hard to hit for now. And he's replenishing. We didn't get any money over the end turn, so, and we're actually going to be getting a little bit less each turn from this point forward because of all of the extra maintenance for the heroes. But that's okay, we like heroes. Heroes are extremely valuable for Nurgle. And our garrison is slowly getting better. Nothing to do down there. Okay, this is going to be a quick turn. Let's just check the diplomacy out here real quick.
A wondrous day, tribe.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see if either one of our enemies are going to even make an attempt to take the fight to us, or if we're going to have to choose how to take the fight to them. Now, it might make more sense for us to head east and take Knobbly Gorge, since Gorst himself is up here. He's got two armies up there, And also, this would bring us closer to the main area of Greasus. So it might make more sense for us to secure our flank over here before we start pushing north. Besides, the mountains is really not advantageous terrain for us. It's all unpleasant. Pig Barter, on the other hand, maybe this is the flank that we want to try to clear. Well, let's see what happens over the intern, and then we shall decide. Encountered exquisite pain. I'm kind of crossing my fingers that the recording software is working now. So Gorst did not do anything that we could see. Okay, the Savage Blow, this is a charge bonus. And another objective that's going to take us a long time to get to do. They're now raiding, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... what was this one? Upgrade any settlement to 5. I feel like we already had that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Tired of waiting for them, so we're going to take the fight to them. And the way to do that is... let's take Festergax here. Let's move him far enough out where we can see what's going on. We can't see Pig Barter just yet. Okay, so that army is still there, and that army is big. Okay, so if we were to move Nurgle, if we were to move Kugath out here, they could very potentially attack us with both armies. We don't actually... we're not guaranteed to win that, since I don't know what the army composition is. Okay. We're going to have to do something, however. This is... we're not really in a let's just bide our time situation right now, because the Vampiric Corruption is not getting any better. Let's go ahead and get Shattered Stone Bay improving. What I'm going to do is I don't want to go marching into their territory, because we're fighting then on their terms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Kugath. I'm going to bring him down here. Could he reach? I don't think he can reach Scrap Towers from where he is. We're going to risk it. So we're going to move Kugath down here, and we're going to put him in ambush stance. 70%, they have no heroes close to us. I do think we should be able to stay hidden from them. Obviously, we're not going to be able to actually ambush them from here, but what we're going to do is we're going to draw them in to attack Grog and Scrap Towers. Now, Scrap Towers has 14 units, Grog has 3 more, so that's 17. So they're not exactly looking terribly weak, but we're going to give them a turn and see whether they'll take the bait, because Gorst can get 3 armies that we know of, and possibly more, all converging on Scrap Towers, and obviously Greasus has 2 armies that they could use to bring in. Now, if he can reach this turn, he could attack it, but this guy would not be able to, even in march stance, he would not be able to make it the whole way there to reinforce. So I don't think we have to worry about that. He's not going to attack, and even if he did, we would destroy him. So that's why he's not going to attack. Okay, so we're just going to kind of try to lure them in, being a little bit conniving here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more research here. And this might not... we still... oh, that's right, we can't afford it. We literally can't afford even a Nurgling unit, can we? Yeah, they are 455, and we have 454. How about that? Okay.
I was but a nurgling.
How are we looking here on this? We have 6. We've spread it 6 times. We've got all of these. Do any of these give us any really nice benefits? Control, if control were an issue, but it's really not. All right, let's go ahead and get our heroes continuing to move up here. I do like that dynamic world cosmetic mod. This is looking very cool. Okay, anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead then and just make sure there's nothing diplomatically happening.
Must face.
Okay, let's see if they can take the bait. Okay. Possibly. He did set up a camp. He looks like he's either moving towards where he can attack scrap towers, or he's just going to keep raiding. Let's see what Gorst does. Nothing. Okay, so Gorst, I'm just going to ignore Gorst for the time being until we deal with Greasus. I think we might be close enough now that we can find out what this guy's army composition is. Okay, increased to research rate or casualty replenishment rate. Boy, there's value in both of those. I'm going to take the research rate increase because at least that one we know we can use, whereas it may be possible that we end up not needing the casualty replenishment. Let's go ahead now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move Kugath. Oh dear. 40%. That's less than ideal. Okay. And we can't really see for sure, but I'm afraid that he would be able to reach now. And I don't want him having... Okay, that's a strong army. That is a strong army. I mean, we can't see all of it, but he's got these iron guts here, which do concern me. Okay, so I feel like he is probably strong enough now where he thinks he can win a straight-up fight. So we're going to put that theory to the test.
My new plague is
We're going to move him out, put him in encampment stance. We're going to go ahead and move Kugath back in. We are going to get Festergax in. And we are going to get our cultist in. Actually, I'm sorry, this is our plague ridden. We already have our cultist in there. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and recruit one more Nurgling unit. That would give us 10. That's fine.
specimens for the battle study.
And how long is it going to take him to... 2 turns until he is fully replenished. So that's fine. This, I don't think we're risking Grog right now by having him there, because they don't have 2 different armies that are both close enough to attack. One of them is going to have to go into march stance. So, control. Yeah, I'm going to leave this on control for now. Alright, let's see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. If he just stays back and keeps raiding, then we'll know that he is too intimidated by what we've got here, but I think there's a reasonable chance because the AI is looking at the same thing that I look at when I do this. And he looks like he is stronger. And so does Gorst. Okay, well, we're going to find out.
Boss of bosses.
Lord not moved. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, that's not fine. What we want to do, while I'm thinking about it,
The plague
is we want to start another plague. And we want to have Kugath pass it.
onward for Nergal.
Let's actually have... one is Death and one is Nurgle. I was thinking of maybe... There we go, we passed the plague. I was thinking of maybe leaving one of our plague riddens in this second army, but I guess there's really no reason to do that. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to do it like this. Okay. Oh. He can't. Why is that? Oh, okay, I guess he's not going to be in this this fight if it happens. That's okay. We'll go ahead and move him. Did I just... Oh, I did. I just moved him into Kugath's army this turn. No wonder. Okay, that's fine. At this rate, maybe we'll... There we go. We got more visibility. That's an intimidating army. That is a plenty intimidating army. These guys are all better than our Nurglings. Okay, let's see what happens. I'd still rather be on the defense and have the benefit of our garrison helping us out. Okay. Interesting. Now, if this was my Khazrak campaign, I would have a very good chance of ambushing them and taking on those armies one at a time. But since it's not, I'm looking at taking on 3 armies if I were to attack them. So now the new question becomes, is there anywhere that I can go into ambush stance and still be close enough to ambush an attack on scrap towers?
Cataclysm. I must test my...
And of course we do have the attrition to worry about. So if I'm anywhere down in this area, none of this... There we go, right there. That would be 70%. Boy. The other possibility is I could just attack them and hope we win. Level 1, level 2.
Only one I listen to is me.
Camp Tyrant, I guess they don't have levels? Boy, that would be an awfully risky fight. We do have the advantage in heroes. And we could get Grog involved as well. But boy, that would be awfully risky.
Specimens required.
Oh man, okay.
Great.
His Iron Guts are definitely what concern me the most here. Our Nurglings can hold their own against a similar number of Ogre Bulls, but he's got 6 11,
who interfere. I'm the one in
14
charge.
ogre bulls to our 10 nurglings.
None.
And he's got 5 iron guts on top of that. Not to mention saber. Yeah, that's too much. It's too big of a risk. Okay, we're going to move him back in. And we're going to... We're going to move Grog out because now I'm starting to worry that he's a little bit vulnerable. We're actually going to move him... Yeah, let's just move him down to here. There's always a possibility that Greasus may split one army down, split one army off to attack down here, maybe. We kind of have to wait for them to give us some kind of an opportunity, or else we're just really, really pushing our luck. The way that I fight battles, I don't think that that's a... what's obviously not a guaranteed win, but I don't think it's even a 50-50 win. Okay. All right, I hate to be a little bit of a chicken, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Not to mention, we wanted to find out what it was like to play more defensively anyway, so that's how I'm going to justify this decision. Let's go ahead and do maybe Living Tree of Decay building. I think that's going to be important for us. Isn't that the one that gives us... Living Tree of... Oh no, that's Plague Flesh Poppies. Where's the Living Tree of Decay? Living Tree of Decay. Okay, so this is going to be the one that gives us flying units. That's actually really not going to be... We could get Chosen there, but... And Chaos Knights, but that's actually not really a priority. I don't think that's our best use of technology right now. Let's go ahead and go with... Lord Recruit rank, because I will at some point want to be recruiting another Lord. Okay. And how are we looking here? We're up to 12. I think it's time to actually think about doing some damage to them. Before we attack them, I could always throw... a plague on them. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get the reduction. We could do campaign movement range and all units suffer attrition. Let's do that. And also then let's reduce their base weapon damage. And we're going to do that to these guys. And let's see how he reacts to that. If he just keeps raiding, then we'll know that that's not an effective strategy, but maybe he'll pull that army back and leave his other 2 here vulnerable. Alright, we're starting to run out of time in this episode, and I would like to get another battle in, if at all possible. I just wish there was an opportune way to do it. Okay, let's check diplomacy. This is how quickly we can go from looking like we're in a really good strategic, advantageous point to really kind of being up against the wall, but we'll do the best we can. Okay, very good. That's what we wanted. We're going to have to find out what he did with his other armies, but if they're too far away to attack scrap towers, then I think we'll be able to march Kugath down there and reinforce, and then attack with Grog. And Gorst is not doing anything. In fact, I got no raiding messages. Oh, there's one, but that's just his camp. Oh, there's the other one all the way up there. What's he doing up there? Okay, so we get a little bit of control bonus. That's fine. We met some Chorfs. That's fine. Festergax got a rank. That's good.
Lord of Light.
Yes, we can attack. And actually, Kugath Doesn't even have to be in march stance to get down there. Let's go ahead and give Festergax his level. Let's go ahead and... So this is the one that we reduced the movement range. I don't know if that befuddled him or not, but he's too far away to really do anything effective. So what we're going to do is we're going to run down here.
March on, children.
We're going to attack. And we're going to get another battle in this episode. Thank goodness. Okay. Decisive victory, obviously. Auto-resolvable. Not going to do it. I don't think this will take us more than maybe 5 minutes. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, that's right. It's going to... I have to wait for Kugath to get into the battle. That's fine. That's not a big deal. We'll do this quickly. Apologize for the phone. Start battle. Speed things up. Is he coming towards us? He is not. Okay, that makes it convenient. Let's go ahead and get you guys starting to walk up this way then. You might as well just walk. Kugath, what are you looking at? 15 more seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and get Kugath here. Let's go ahead and get all of our heroes. Sort of a little bit behind him, I guess. You guys, let's get you here. 5 of you here. 5 of you overlapping with them. The beast with him. The plague toads. Let's get you back here. And you know what? Let's get you into this mix as well because you are slower than your doggos, so you might as well not be with them. We'll use them as flankers. Are they invisible? There they are. Okay. Let's go ahead and... How far do we have to go here? We're going to have to... I guess what we'll do... I'm going to have Kugath move to here, but I'm going to have him walk, and then everybody else, I'm going to have you move into these trees over here, I think. So all the rest of you, except for Kugath, go here. Let's get you up here. Kugath, let's go ahead and put you there. Can you reach them now? You can. That's good. That should start to draw them forward. Go ahead and target them. And let's slow it down for the moment. As he gets close, we want to move him over to where the Nurglings are. We don't want these Chaos Warhounds to get discovered just yet. Okay, let's shoot one more time here, and then there we go. And now move over to here. Plague toads. Let's see if we can draw some of those saber tusks over to our plague toads, and then we'll hit them from behind with our Chaos Warhounds. Okay, let's go ahead and get turned around a little bit here. Kugath, I don't want you in the trees just yet because that'll interfere with your little exploding nurglings that you like to throw. Now just go ahead and hit them, I suppose. And what are these guys doing? Well, if they're going to attack Kugath, that's quite frankly fine with me.
My experiment succeeds.
Go ahead and use a stream of corruption there. Okay, what did they cast on us? Couldn't quite tell what that was. Let's go ahead and get our exalted heroes into the fight. Let's go ahead and do a stream of corruption from you. I want you to help out Kugath, and I want you to help out Kugath. Kugath, I want you attacking his leader, if you don't mind. Their leader. Stream of corruption here. Let's do this. That ought to do a number there on their trappers. Okay, now we can go ahead and pull our toads against the Saber-Tusk pack. And let's go ahead and get the Chaos Warhounds to help out. Okay, how we doing here? About ready to cast another Stream of Corruption. These Nurglings right there, I'm going to pull them back a little bit because they're getting a little dinged up. But other than that, I think we look okay. Can we take down... Let's go ahead and get him. I think he's... no, actually not him. Let's get him on the trappers. Let's get him on their Lord. He should already be on the Lord. He should be on the Lord. Let's go ahead and do a Spirit Leech. Why not? That should pretty much, I think, take care of their Lord here. Let's go ahead and hit the ogres over there. That Lord is not dead. It's annoying. Okay. Everybody who's fast, go onto the Lord there. Everybody who's not fast, help out over here. Get you on the Lord. Get you on the Lord. You are not fast. You are not fast. You are not fast. Okay, let's get the Chaos Warhounds and the Beast, the Toads. Okay. Yep, I think we're fine here. I think at this point, everybody here is pretty much just going to wipe those guys out, and we can speed things up here and hope that we kill his Lord. What's he at? 1473? Oh, sorry, I thought I had sped that up. He's still at 14. There we go. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. I have faith in you. Okay, very good. Let's end the battle. Well, I'm glad we managed to get him to break off one of his armies, because that makes me feel a lot better. I didn't love the idea of having to attack 3 of his armies at one time. With any luck, we'll get enough experience out of that to get another level, and that would only leave us 1 level shy of my really big goal, which is to get regeneration for the Nurglings. Then we will have a truly thematic Kugath army. Alright, let's go ahead and take... This time I am going to take the infections. I like the ratio here better, so let's do that. And I'm a little bit over time here on this episode, so I think I'm going to have to leave it there, but I'm glad we got a second fight in, and this is still kind of a touch-and-go campaign, and like I said earlier, I'm going to continue to try to probably expedite this campaign, so you can hopefully find another episode coming out soon. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate your comments, and I will see you in the next one.